Blue Da Vinci. And then she
Well,
goes,
Blue, Blue states that. So, because I was talking to Blue, trying to tell him about Meech years ago.
uh-huh,
Blue, when he figured out who CS1 was, when we
mm-hmm,
figured out it was Tammy, he was like, I know Tammy. He was like, that was like his ex sugar mama. Like she was buying him motorcycles and all types of stuff. And he was like, he did not formally introduce her to nobody. He would keep her to the side.
Right.
But
oh.
this is what he told me years ago when I told him who CS1 was. So it was shocking to him that somehow she didn't. But he did say that she was reaching out to people in the jail. So Meech didn't even know her on the streets.
So
She
you
sent Meech
mean
a
to tell,
fan. Yeah, she
so
sent Meech
look,
a letter, and
So
he
she
took
let
the
Meech
bait.
letter.
Yes.
she sent him a letter and just start writing them.
Well, Jack Harvey was the handler that took. I believe that was the federal agent that took BMF down.
Yes. So she had some kind of interaction. She had some type of exchange with
Well,
him.
oh, sorry. So my
Mhm.
dad was like, he don't believe in coincidences. It's no coincidence that that was her initial handler.
Wow.
So that's gonna all come out soon.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
And 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 the fact that when Meech found out that Tammy was connected to Blue, because this thing, as tight as Meech and Blue was, Meech knew Tammy's name. He knew of Tammy. So for her reaching in to say, hey, I want to help you, holler at you, whatever. Here's
Right.
the problem that I have that, and I've been the one that has fed your family. I'm the first one to get you $1 million to you, for you to make $1 million to feed your family. Why
And he
would
supported him 110%. I remember even being younger and Meech was into it with Jeezy, and my dad was not playing behind Meech, and I'm just irked because I love Jeezy. I love
right,
listening to his
right.
like my dad had brought him here. I had the time of my life, so I was kind of irked. Like I can't even listen to Jeezy no more. But honestly, I feel like Jeezy knows something that nobody knows.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you. There's a podcast that you should listen to that people wasn't paying close attention to. I want to say when Jeezy was on Drink Champs. I want to say because Jeezy been on there a couple times, right? But I want to say his last interview on Drink Champs when he talked about how he was not cool with Southwest T at all. He barely knows
Okay.
him. He said he met him 2 times,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he knows. But Meech is his man. Meech is his people. And when he was in a bathroom, uh Southwest T came in the bathroom wherever he was at, a club or whatever, and they were teasing him saying, yeah, you have a lot of bathroom stories, and said that Southwest T was like, what's up? Nervous because he thought that Southwest T was gonna, try some bullshit with him, right? But he didn't. He was just like, what's up? I like what you're doing. I'm glad you're doing a good job, whatever. He said, and then Southwest, they went to jail.
Mm.
And he
Oh.
said he hit him twice while he was in jail to check on Jeezy. But after that, and he hit him once he got out. Other than that, there's no relationship at all
Huh.
because his loyalty was with Meech.
Yeah, because you
So
you gotta realize the brothers were divided. So
yeah,
you were either Meech side, which we were Meech side, or you was
right,
T side.
right. And that's the thing too. Blue was in the middle of it always.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was more Meech side though. But
Yeah, he was.
Blue is hilarious. But when Blue, the reason why I can't respect people constantly bringing up Blue name when my dad name get brought up is because y'all didn't call him a rat immediately when he got out of jail. Y'all didn't
No.
call him a rat until Blue brought up Tammy being an informant to Meech and Lil Meech.
Hmm.
And then when they
Hmm.
got into it with Blue behind him bringing up my dad, that's when Meech put it out there that he was a rat and the whole world took it.
Yeah,
But
there's a thing too. That's what J-Bo was siding with Meech.
yeah,
Mhm.
And your
because
dad was
J-Bo said that he said that he is the paperwork.
Yeah, but how are you the paperwork when Cuff is saying what it is? It's like he was discrediting, and I like what Cuff said when he was like, "Well, I'm gonna have to talk to him about that." Cuff like, "What? How you gotta talk about something when I'm telling you what it is?
Right, it ain't nothing.
How's
And
he gonna explain that?
a
You can't."
lot of people did that, and they would talk to Meech, and Meech would just make up new lies to everybody. So few people were in communication with Meech trying to figure out who I was. Hold on, I'm sorry, but
Mhm.
yeah, Meech will tell people basically like he don't feel any negative way towards me because I love my dad, but my dad needs to handle the time that he was given. Like,
Mm.
and one thing about my dad is he could do time. Everybody mentally can't. One thing about him is he can jail.
Yeah. I'm totally with him on that. I mean, I can too. I get what he's saying, but he don't want to be there.
You
He
know,
want to be with
Oh.
y'all. He wants to be home now today.
Yeah,
Like
he
the
needs to
shit
be
that
home.
they got him on, his time is about up.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That the extra time comes from Meech and what Meech did. Like
Mhm.
this is like an entrapment for Cuff
Yeah, it
because
You
was.
would think it
you.
would.
What'd you
Mm-hmm.
say, Sade?
You would think it would be entrapment.
I mean,
It
it is.
definitely would be.
If I tell you that I'm gonna get some work, this what we want, this what we do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is money, and you the one that showed me how to get some real money, right? I'm
Hmm.
gonna go to you first because you the one been loyal to me always.
Yep.
Right.
I'm not doing it to set you up
Yeah.
Right.
because if
And you know,
Tammy,
people it's hard for people to wrap their brain around Meech being able to set somebody up because they look at him as like at the top of the food chain.
right,
They don't realize that the feds wanted my dad really, really bad.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right,
Mm-hmm.
and they wasn't, and the other person that they was trying to get, it wasn't enough. They was really
Yeah.
looking at Cuff. They had been trying to get Cuff and couldn't. Now
Yeah,
just
they hate
think,
him.
I
They
can't get I can't
hated
get
him.
nobody to set this man up. So what better for me to do is to get his best friend to
That's
do
what
it.
they do it. Yep.
That's exactly
Yep.
what happened. People's not understanding. Everybody keeps saying Meech didn't go to Cuff. Cuff came to Meech, went to Meech. Why is Meech trying to sell? Why would Meech be trying to sell dope while he's in jail? And this person, somebody in the comments has said, you don't know about the Rayful Edmonds case? Like he sold
Okay.
more dope in jail than he did when he was on the street.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
sell dope all through the prison system.
Right.
In and
Yeah.
out.
And it's so crazy. I mean, it's a crazy situation. Like you would think this is not even real life, but it is.
Yeah. I think that um I think that when Tammy comes out and starts speaking, with her documentary, right? And
Yeah.
she starts telling the story, and Cuff comes into play, and people will be able to, bring it out. I think that then is when people will get a more street understanding of what's going on, because everybody's looking at the screen and just thinking like, oh, if you get caught with it, you go to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
That
Yeah.
they're not respecting all these things that come into play afterwards.
Yeah, because you already know the feds can sell like they just did. Sold him drugs from can sell you back drugs, barter and sell, barter and sell back and forth, back and forth. So you go to
Right.
jail for bartering it, or you know what I'm saying?
Right. Negotiating the
Yeah.
deals. You're right.
Yeah.
And the favors come in where that's what I'm saying. What other reason? She wasn't in trouble.
Sorry, yeah.
She just was an informant. She wasn't in trouble. So what benefit did she have just to set Cuff up? There was no benefit there. The benefit came from Meech getting
Third
out of
party.
jail.
Yeah, getting a time
Yeah,
card.
and I mean, and you can cut him out of any money moving forward.
Right. The thing was to keep him in jail while this $5 million was came into play. Because if I ain't mistaken, they're saying that 50 Cent has the rights to the BMF now.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that was smart though, because I don't have to three-way anything. I'm just gonna
Right.
pay y'all all y'all money off the rip. You'll get some royalties, right? But of
Right.
course you wouldn't get the money you would get if you still owned it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Exactly.
Meech in his mind had to be, I'm assuming that he was thinking, oh, I could just get out and make more movies.
But
No,
the
it's not
thing
that.
is, he was desperate to make
Yeah.
a deal. He just was desperate. A lot of people weren't trying to pick it up like that.
Yeah, that's sad. I hate that like you said, which was true. When the family is beefing or our people is beefing, you can't even, properly listen to the music, respect. You don't even
Yeah.
look at when you know the behind the scenes, you don't even look at the people the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
then
just a horrible feeling when you're a daughter of somebody and it's such a famous case. So imagine somebody betraying you and they're famous. So every time you hear his name in a rap song, it triggers something. You know, it was just
right,
terrible. Every
right,
time the BMF series started up, it was just I can't even watch it.
right.
Wow.
And now that but I want to say for you, what in a positive light for you to look at is that your fight for your father to get out, and he needs you're out here. So it's a good thing that you're here and you're able to get cover things while he's in there,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because from my understanding, nobody was, from what 50 Cent says, nobody was taking care of Meech.
No.
Like, he was that thirsty to get back here. You got here and messed up so bad. You got your child fathered. You got your child fired. You got
Yeah.
your child
And he's
fired.
about to he'll be blackballed and that's a horrible feeling.
Yeah. I mean, he already is. He was never doing promo videos because 50 have him covered, right? Yesterday,
Yeah.
50's making fun of him about him doing $500 promos, right? He
Yeah.
he's using his platform now to market other people, which that's not a bad thing, right?
No, it's not. That's what
Right.
they're
You
doing
gotta
out
eat. But
The
for
thing is, he
all
have to do what he's gonna have to do.
Yeah, and the thing about it as well, what Meech didn't realize, you fucked your son up to the point where anybody that was endorsing Meech, for him to do Little Meech, for him to do anything for them until BMF series started again, they pulled out.
there. Yeah.
They
Well,
pulled it off the shelf.
it was somebody made a video saying there's only one move Meech could do at this point, and that would be to make things right with us. But Meech had 11 years before this even really came out to
Yeah,
try to make things right. Because if he would have been like, like I didn't realize this, at the end of the day, we loved him a lot. Like this was the most
right.
devastating experience because we really
Hmm.
did love him like blood. So it's like the fact that you just kept thinking we were gonna be swept under the rug. Nobody,
Right.
everybody is apologizing to me now because they were calling me
Hmm.
crazy.
Really?
And that's the people would do that.
They
Oh,
was
that is
called
the
I was
worst
so crazy.
feeling.
I've been crazy for 11 years. Now they apologizing.
I'm so happy that
I'm
God
happy.
has made the to
Just
where
cried I just cried. I couldn't believe it. Because
yeah,
my dad kept saying it like he's always like stood
positive.
strong on just his faith and
Yeah.
like the truth will always reveal itself. But
Mm-hmm.
like through these years, I kept getting knocked down every time I made progress. So like to
Mhm.
actually see everything working in our favor after 11 years is just crazy.
So what is your plans now, with the case, and what you're planning to do moving forward with your father?
Right now we've been pulling money together for this new appeal, but if anyone can have any resources to any lawyers or anything like that so that they can look at it, and right now all of our appeals that we're putting money towards are getting shot down, so
Okay,
we're going to have to keep escalating to the Supreme Court. So
Mm-hmm.
anything, any lawyers or anybody with some insight on how that part goes is
okay,
greatly appreciated. I really want to get him home. So my dad's brother passed away from asthma in prison, and my dad is sick as well. So I just really want to get him home so my son can meet him on the outside. He's been gone the exact same amount of time that my son's been here. So
Wow. Okay. How old is Cuff now?
he is 55.
Okay. Okay. So for the fact of that's a
Well,
probably
actually
a major
56. Sorry.
that's a major fear to him by being
Mhm.
in that situation, being as though his brother passed away in prison,
Right.
and the
Yeah.
fact that all of the because I always encourage him like you got to be in that gym, you got to
Yes.
eat right,
Yeah.
especially with
It's pretty
what
hard.
with the what's going on outside right now as far as like the food that we eat. So just imagine what they're eating inside.
Right.
And to be in there not getting the best quality of food, and then you're limited on your workout anyway. So he sent me the information for people to write him. So
Oh,
he told me,
good.
yeah, so he told me to put that up. He sent that while we've been sitting here talking.
Okay.
So we're gonna post that, sure you all know how to get in touch with him and any resources, or nothing is too less. If you got $2, $5, $10, whatever it is, it all adds up. So this new tech smartphones make it real easy for y'all to support, so there isn't no excuse. If you team
Okay.
Cuff and you want to help get him out of jail, you heard what his daughter said. You can it's greatly appreciated.
Hmm.
It
He
really
needs to
is.
be here.
Yes.
We thank y'all for tuning in. Tamara, we thank you for your time. We
Thank
greatly
you.
appreciate you just taking the time out and explaining the best that you could about this journey. 11 years, like you said, and it's too long. So let's
Right.
hope to get Cuff home.
Well,
And
thank you for having me.
oh, you're
Anytime.
welcome.
Thank you.
Anytime.